The best Jayson Tatum injury update yet. That's what we're going to discuss on this edition of Boston Celtics Today by Chat Sports, as we are 5 months in to JT's Achilles rehab process. Media day was yesterday. Training camp started today, and we have all the latest on Jayson Tatum's injury progress. Before we get into all that, though, I'm sure everybody watching today's video wants Jayson Tatum to come back 100% healthy. That is the number one priority throughout this whole process. Not when he comes back, but when he comes back, he is the best version of himself, the same player that he was when he was dropping 40 on the Knicks before he went down. Like today's video, if you want to manifest those good vibes of a Jayson Tatum healthy recovery. Look, what he said in media day is that, he's in a good spot. But when he does return, he did assure Celtics fans that it will be a home game. There is no pressure, though, to return this season. He said no pressure to return back any sooner than when I'm 100% healthy. No pressure from Brad, Joe, the team, the organization. He's stressed once again, like he went on his little media tour, was talking to People Magazine, E, and all that stuff, that the number one priority is Jayson Tatum being back 100% healthy, the same player that he was, or as close as we possibly medically can be to being that same player, that all-NBA first-team level of player. And, man, the progress that this guy is having so quickly in his recovery process is astonishing. Look at what Jayson Tatum is doing on the basketball court. He shared a video, and he's been sharing a couple different episodes of his rehab process on his own YouTube page, and this is the most recent one. Closed it out with some highlights of him on the court in the Auerbach Center doing court-to-court sprints, baseline to baseline. Unbelievable to be seeing this. And he was also doing some actual work with the ball in his hands as well, taking some stationary jump shots from the top of the key. But no, not just stationary. By the way, you see those heels coming up off the ground there? No, not just stationary jumpers. How about moves in isolation in the mid-range? Couple of jab steps, couple of between the legs dribbles, and a step back jumper in the mid-range. I'm sure it was way more than just this as well. And it was not full game speed, but it's insane to be seeing this guy on the basketball court so quickly after such a debilitating injury based on the history that we've seen from it. I think this is going to be a historical medical recovery from Jayson Tatum. Unprecedented stuff, and it could end up being a return this season. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Here's what he had to say more from media day. I'm in a really good spot. It'll be 5 months tomorrow. It's been a long journey. For me, there's been bright spots, and getting back to the court, being able to participate in a basketball workout was definitely one of the more bright spots of this journey. It just felt really good to be on the court, dribbling the basketball, going through a workout. You just feel like a basketball player again. He did note how, this is a kind of a bittersweet media day for him yesterday. He was, as sad as he's ever been on media day because he's not going to be out there with his guys. And his guys, Celtics teammates, have been taking notice of Jayson Tatum's rehab and recovery process. Sam Hauser talked about, he's one of the first guys in the gym. He's one of the last guys out of the gym. Jordan Walsh was making note of how frequent he saw Jayson Tatum basically this entire offseason. He hasn't left Boston. That's been the report that's come out. Monday through Friday, he is in the Auerbach Center working at getting back. He is hungry to get back out there on the basketball court, and everybody is taking notice, including Joe Mazzulla. But it's not just Joe Mazzulla hearing this through the grapevine. He is literally next to Jayson Tatum. He said, "It's your responsibility as a coach to be there for your guys. Whenever I could lift with him, whenever I could be there for treatment, whenever I could rebound for him, I think it was important to do that. I was there the first time he walked. I was there the first time he ran. I was there the first time for the shots that he took." Mazzulla has been everywhere for his guys this offseason. He's been there with Chris Boucher just last week when he was out there getting baptized. He's been there alongside Jayson Tatum throughout his entire recovery process. He's been there with Peyton Pritchard this offseason as well. I love that Joe Mazzulla is my coach, and I love that he's Jayson Tatum's coach as well, because not only is he going to be there as a support system, but he's always also going to be there as, that extra bit of motivation. I think Joe Mazzulla is not, calling Jayson Tatum a wuss and stuff like that throughout his recovery process here. He's absolutely trying to get under Tatum's skin, trying to get him hungrier to get back out there on the basketball court, while trying to not push him too hard throughout this rehab process. But Joe Mazzulla absolutely knows what he's doing, being there for Jayson Tatum. Let's talk a little bit about when we could see him back out there on the basketball court here. Just for starters, this is what Martin O'Malley, the surgeon that did the job on Jayson Tatum's Achilles, had to say. He said, "I don't think I've seen a person's calf look as strong as his. At 6 or 8 weeks, he was doing double heel rises. He worked his calf so hard at the side effect of loss of strength, I don't think he's going to have any." This is going to be something when we see this guy on the basketball court, man. Like, what we saw from those photos is insane with how high he was getting off the floor and, like, coming back down on his feet. Like, genuinely insane. We don't see this type of stuff from Damian Lillard, DeJounte Murray, Tyrese Halliburton, anybody who's recently torn their Achilles. We haven't seen anything like that so far from their recoveries. There is a legitimate chance that we see Jayson Tatum wearing Celtic green during the 25-26 NBA season. We'll talk about how soon that could possibly be in just a moment. But get down in the comment section. Wish Jayson Tatum well as he continues to recover. Type those zeros, his jersey number, down in the comment section. Just like everybody needed to like the video earlier, I want everybody who liked the video to go down there and type zeros down below. All right, we got to talk about these Celtics hats real quick because they are flying off the shelves and gift-giving season is around the corner. Get them all at this link right here, chatsports.com/Celtics hats. The corduroy one, the one with the throwback kind of design here, like a 90s little look with the cream top and the green brim there. It's very in style right now. What about the khaki one? That's a little bit more my speed as well with the secondary logo. All these and more at this link right here, chatsports.com/Celtics hats. I like this design as well with the flat brim and the rope. Chatsports.com/Celtics hats to get yours today. That link is in the comment section and description of today's video. Go get yourself some Celtics hats as the seasons are approaching today. Alrighty, some notable recoveries on Achilles injuries. Let's just get here. Let's just start here. Wesley Matthews, 7 months and 23 days. Now, he's not the player of Jayson Tatum's stature or athleticism, but came back and had a really solid career. Also had the injury at 28 years old, which is the kind of time frame that Tatum's in right now. Dominique Wilkins, way back when Achilles injuries are crazy. Maybe this wasn't a full rupture. Haven't done a ton of research exactly on Neek's Achilles injury here, but he came back in 9 months and 3 days and was averaging 30 points a game the following season with an all-star campaign. So the history is out there that quick recoveries can happen here. And quickly, I want to go to this chart. It is from Martin O'Malley, who recently published a paper on Achilles recoveries and the kind of the technological advancements that they have. Now, I'm not going to go into any real specifics here. You guys can pause this and look at whatever you want. I'll actually link the link to the paper that O'Malley published down in the description below. But let's go to this tweet from Jesse Morse, who kind of broke it down here. And he was saying that Jayson Tatum suffered his Achilles tear on May 13th, 2025. He had surgery less than 24 hours, matter of fact, less than 12 hours from when he suffered the injury, which is unheard of, but could prove to be invaluable. Dr. Martin O'Malley performed the surgery, and he was the only physician on a newly released cutting-edge paper regarding Achilles rehabilitation. If we look at the return to sport in this paper, it lists 24-plus weeks, assuming he hits all of his benchmarks of recovery and all those fancy science words, greater than 90% LSI. That would put the date at October 28th, 2025. That's when 24 weeks would hit. Assuming no setbacks, I think November, December is possible, but January is probably more realistic. The future of Achilles reconstructions and healing processes is absolutely here. Look, Jesse Morse, he kind of goes crazy with some of the things he says on Twitter, Doctor's verse and all that stuff, but this is legitimately insane. I think even January, like Morse suggesting here, is a little bit unrealistic. But holy shit, man, like March, February, All-Star break, this would be unfathomable. Everybody would be making it seem like Jayson Tatum is going to get hurt the second he comes back on the court because it's so quick. Because it would be that unbelievable. But, again, the one thing we have to remember here is that they are not going to pressure Jayson Tatum to come back. I think it also all depends on where the Celtics are as a basketball team. Like, if they're a playoff contender, maybe middle of the pack, maybe they bring Jayson Tatum back in. But what if they're the surprise team of the year and Jaylen Brown's having an MVP-level campaign and they're a top 3-4 seed in the Eastern Conference? Are they really going to want to rush Jayson Tatum or just throw Jayson Tatum back into the mix that they've kind of had and been gelling with for the past couple of months? I mean, there's a possibility that they wouldn't and would just want to wait a little bit until he's 150% healthy for the following season. That's all a possibility. But if they're really bad, per se, and then they're not looking like they're going to make a playoff appearance this upcoming season, maybe you bring Jayson Tatum back just to get that extra work in and get the reps before he's then 175% ready for the start of the 26-27 season. I don't think it's going to be too much Jayson Tatum, especially in the regular season if that goes down. But I feel like it's all going to depend on how Brad Stevens feels, how Joe Mazzulla feels about bringing him back, depending on where the Celtics are in the standings around February or March. Now, Tatum was off to the side. We'll talk about training camp in tomorrow's video and the first day of that all going down and what we're hearing from all the newcomers and all that stuff, like we heard from in media day. But Tatum was off to the side watching the first practice. I know he is sick to his stomach watching everybody out there on the court getting the 5v5 work and all that stuff. So he's going to do whatever it takes. Probably his workout today is probably going to be a little harder than the last couple because he just wants to get out there on the court with his guys ASAP. And we'll keep you guys in the loop as that recovery process goes on. That's why you subscribe to Celtics Today. YouTube.com/Celtics TV for all the latest Celtics news and rumors all season long. We're like less than a month away from regular season Celtics hoops getting back to your TV screens and our screens here at Celtics Today as well, because we'll be doing watch parties too. We'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, let's go C's.